Hi everyone and welcome to Auto Age. On September 6 this year, at the autumn launch of Huawei's Mate 50 series, the AITO M5 EV jointly launched by Huawei and Seres was officially launched, with a starting price of 288,600 yuan in the Chinese market after subsidies. In the past August, thanks to the rapid growth of sales in the industry, the report card of Seres is dazzling. Official data shows that in August 2022, the sales volume of Seres in a single month was 20,400 units, and the sales volume of new energy vehicles was 1.46%. Among them, the sales volume of AITO in August was 10,045 vehicles, which was nearly 40% more than that in July. The cumulative sales volume from March to August this year was 35,590 vehicles. I still remember that at the Shanghai Auto Show in 2021, Yu Changdong had boasted that he wanted to sell 5 million units of Series SF5 with Huawei's channel capability. But later, the sales and reputation of this car almost collapsed, and it has been caught in the rumor that production will be discontinued after half a year of listing. Now, with the help of the world, Huawei and Seres have finally succeeded in winning a place in the mid to high-end market of new energy. Seres also realized that Huawei is indeed the hot favorite. Zhang Xinghai, the founder and chairman of Seres, has said, "At this time, BMW came to talk with me about joint ventures in car manufacturing, and I will not do it, and I will unswervingly choose Huawei." So, who is Seres? How did it get close to Huawei? Can the cooperation between Seres and Huawei really create a miracle of cross-border cooperation? Okay, today I am going to share the story with you. When it comes to the founder of Tesla, many people's first reaction is Musk. In fact, the real founders of Tesla are two Americans whose names both start with the letter M: Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. However, the two middle-aged gentlemen ceded the company's decisions to Musk, its biggest investor, in 2004. CEO Eberhard had held a key position at Tesla, but left in 2007. After leaving Tesla, Eberhard went to German Volkswagen, and soon founded a battery technology company called INEVIT. Until 2016, a rich second-generation Chinese named Zhang Zhengping knocked on his door. Zhang Zhengping is the son of Zhang Xinghai, chairman of China's listed company Xiaokong Company, Limited, now renamed Seres. Zhang Xinghai has done household appliance springs, parts for commercial vehicles, microbuses and passenger cars that mainly hit the low-line market. Overall, his business is not high-end. Perhaps it was because the first few startups started from the low end, which made Zhang Xinghai a little indignant and obsessed with high-end products, and Martin Eberhard was the rope he hoped to grasp. Taking advantage of the wave of smart electric vehicles, they started a company called SF Motors in Silicon Valley, and then they acquired INEVIT, founded by Martin Eberhard. Unfortunately, things backfired. Martin Eberhard, a post-60s generation, did not help Zhang Xinghai realize his dream. In other words, Seres has never established a truly viable business in the United States. But after this flurry, it managed to give Zhang Xinghai some fame in the new energy vehicle circle. The real turnaround for Seres came after meeting another post-60 man. This man is called Yu Changdong, CEO of Huawei Terminal BG. So what did Yu Changdong like about Seres? Yu Changdong said, "Seres has more than 20 years of experience in vehicle manufacturing and has an Industry 4.0 smart factory in Chongqing." We don't know whether Yu Changdong's words are true or not, but as a scarce resource, the Industry 4.0 smart factory is indeed a factor that cannot be ignored. Before the Liangjiang factory of Seres, only BMW's factory in Shenyang is a true prototype factory of Industry 4.0. Not only did Zhang Xinghai build a new factory in China, but in the United States, Zhang Xinghai also built a factory with a planned production capacity of 150,000 and released the flagship model, the Seres SF5. Therefore, we can tell that Seres originally wanted to follow the path of simultaneous development between China and the United States in its efforts to develop high-end new energy. However, the business in the United States has not been smooth sailing for many reasons. Fortunately, Zhang Xinghai has not achieved nothing. At least in China, he is deeply tied to Huawei, who has laid out smart electric factories in advance. After partnering with Huawei, to some extent, Seres seems to have a pretty good start to the first game. However, the beneficiary in this delivery may not be Seres. The 2022 Seres interim report shows that the big sales of new energy vehicles not only failed to recover losses, but the company lost more. In the first half of 2022, Seres lost a total of 1.717 billion yuan. Compared with last year's more than 400 million yuan, the loss increased by 258.97% year-on-year. As for Huawei, according to previous information disclosed by Huawei executives, in the smart selection mode, the split between Huawei and manufacturers is about 1:9. Some media took the AITO M5 four-wheel drive performance version priced at 294,800 yuan as an example, saying that Huawei can get about 29,480 yuan, of which 20% is the technology licensing fee, which is about 6,000 yuan, and the remaining $24,000 is the sales fee for Huawei's major stores. If this model is true, then in the smart selection model, sales revenue is the bulk of Huawei's revenue. According to the proportion mentioned above, Huawei can probably get the cost of Seres to be close to 700 million yuan. This is basically equivalent to the surging publicity and sales service fees of Seres. In the first half of this year, Seres publicity and service fees increased by about 1 billion yuan compared with the previous period. If Huawei helps build cars, Seres has to pay. If it helps sell cars, Seres also has to pay. To put it bluntly, under the background that selling electric vehicles is generally unprofitable, Huawei, relying on its core technical capabilities, has chosen a relatively favorable role to ensure the completion of the business closed loop. Seres, on the other hand, acts as a doormat and bears the costs that all electric vehicles cannot currently digest. What's more terrible is that in terms of brand promotion, Seres gains are also limited. In the eyes of consumers, the brand they bought is the Huawei brand. After all, the pre-planning, design, post-marketing, and sales of this car are closely related to Huawei. Who would believe it if it is not a Huawei brand? To discuss whether Seres has a bright future, it is nothing more than to understand whether the relationship between Seres and Huawei will last. If it lasts for a long time, is it the only partner of Huawei's smart selection model? If not for a long time, can Seres draw nourishment from this cooperation and become self-reliant? I believe that Zhang Xinghai cannot be without a sense of crisis. In fact, there are a lot of news about Huawei's cooperation partners, saying that Huawei's smart car has been widely spread in the industry. For Huawei, when the internal and external environment changes, Seres may no longer be the only choice for Huawei. As more and more car companies enter into cooperation with Huawei, the development logic of the entire industry will definitely change. All in all, in the marathon of smart electric cars, whether Seres can maintain his advantage and run to the end depends on its luck and efforts. I will continue to pay attention to its latest news. That's all for today. See you.